Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know it's AllCity Live TV, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about the best and worst defensive badges, especially after patch 3. NBA 2K21 is ever so changing. I'm sure you guys go out there one day and the game plays like this, and then the very next day, it feels completely different. You don't know if you're going to slip and slide or you're going to have a highly responsive defense. You really just don't know what you're going to get out there sometimes. So, I'm going to tell you guys from my experience what I've been equipping on my defensive badge setup. I also want to mention that in our live streams now, we're going to start open discussion. So if you guys want to come out to our live stream, you got questions about badges or builds, we live stream every single day. And you're not going to only get the feedback from me now, you're going to get feedback from a ton of other great players on NBA 2K21 with our open discussion platform on Discord. So if you guys want to join Discord, all you need to do is go to the link, and the link is going to be in the description below. Is also going to be the top pinned comment on this video. So join our Discord and get in on the discussion. I hope to see you guys out there. Let's get right into these badges, man. I've had different experiences, one for different game modes, and also it's like depending on the amount of latency that I'm receiving in the park. Park has a tremendous amount of latency. Usually in rec or in pro-am, you could equip a set of badges and you really don't need to make much adjustments past that initial setup. But when you go into park, you really don't know what's going down out there. One court to the next could leave you with a super high amount of latency, and one team to the next will have your player playing differently out there. I have a glass cleaning finisher, minimum weight, lowest amount of strength, with the longest wingspan. And a ton of people always ask me, like, how does that player hold up defensively? The box badge, what level do you guys equip by? I would love your feedback out there. I don't do this just to kind of say you guys should equip these badges. This has been my constant ongoing experience with these badges, so I have to adjust accordingly and also adjust according to my build. So this is what I got so far. This is kind of what I stick with to kind of give me a nice balanced amount of defense out there. And box, I see on silver, works perfectly. But if you guys out there, if you're only playing park, you have the opportunity to drop the box badge to bronze. On my build, I need box because I'm such a lightweight build that I need to have some assistance on the box out there, because if somebody has worm on just silver out there, I'll get tossed away just due to my strength. So I make sure I keep box on silver. It works out for me. Rebounds are not really that difficult a problem in the park for me. So I have a high amount of vertical and speed, which allows me to get in position, use the box badge to box out, make sure I secure that box out and secure the rebound. So brick wall is something that goes up and down. I vacillate between Hall of Fame and silver, sometimes even taking brick wall off. On brick wall, where we've noticed since our gameplay, again, I have a lightweight center out there. So more than likely, I would have to have this at a super high level. But I think silver is a nice sweet spot for brick wall, especially if you have a higher amount of strength. You don't necessarily need to equip it at Hall of Fame, but they are tremendously damaging. Those screens, they lower the amount of speed, so they lower the stamina for the defender that's chasing the ball handler. So that's what's good about brick wall and setting Hall of Fame brick wall screens, is that you're gonna drain their energy, and the more energy you drain from a defender chasing your ball handler, the easier it is for your ball handler to create a play, whether he's shooting or diming the ball off. So that's one of the beauties of brick wall. Chase down. What level do you equip chase down? If you have 30 defensive badges, I would equip this at Hall of Fame. But if you're limited on your defensive badges, then you may want to go with silver. Silver gives you a great, bronze unlocks a tremendous amount of animations for a chase down. But if you want to be more effective, I think silver is a nice sweet spot for the chase down artist badge. Again, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below, because we would love to hear from you. You can not only help me, you could help some other people that are watching this video. Clamps on my big man. Why don't people use clamps on their big man? If you got a 7-footer out there, I probably wouldn't recommend the clamps badge, but I have a 6'8" glass cleaning finisher, so I'm gonna be helping and hedging on the perimeter every now and then. And when I do, I wanna make sure that I have the clamps badge equipped so that way I can make some stops. You know, if a ball handler wants to drive in, I'm there with the clamps badge to activate like the contact. The same with the big man. If the big man drives in and makes a mistake or he's walking toward the basket for a half a second, you guys understand the latency issues out there. If he walks forward, then clamps gets activated. Similar to moving truck, he'll just jump right onto the defender, onto the ball handler, and it'll force a pickup animation. And that's what you want, man. That's why I love the clamps badge in silver clamps. For my particular player at 6'8", works great. Now for you guards out there, I'm hearing a lot about clamps and I would love to get your feedback on this. But clamps, they say at Hall of Fame, doesn't even work properly for a lot of builds out there. Now if you're a lockdown defender, clamps might be goated for you. But if you're not a lockdown out there, it doesn't seem like clamps putting it at a super high level is even working out good for you guys out there. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the clamps badge. I like it on silver. People were asking me about defensive leader. And should you equip defensive leader, and what type of team should you have like running with you if you're considering equipping the defensive leader badge? You gotta understand that this badge is increasing the defensive attributes for your teammates, not for you, but for your teammates. And I want to say, if you got a team let's say you got a team of all play shots with low defensive attributes, I don't think it's necessary, although you might think it's necessary. Let me know in the comment section. But I personally don't think that the boost will be as effective. I think you would actually do your team a disservice if you're playing with 4 shot creators on the floor and you equip defensive leader. The reason why I'm saying, if you had 30 defensive badges, fine, go with defensive leader. But if you're limited in your defensive badge setup, in your defensive badge count rather, then I would reconsider defensive leader, just depending on the team you're running with. 4 shot creators out there, low amount of defensive attributes, don't equip defensive leader because you're not going to get the benefits that you should get from adding those attribute points or bonuses, defensive bonuses to your teammates. But if you have a high amount of defense surrounding you and you want to equip defensive leader, I think you will notice the differences ASAP. If you got perimeter lockdowns out there and just defensive builds out there and you go put on defensive leader, oh my god, it's gonna be a nightmare for the point guard. So that's one thing to consider when you're thinking about the defensive leader. Heart Crusher is still a great badge to have, and I'm saying this from the perspective of being cold out there due to the opposing team having the Heart Crusher badge. I can't tell you how good this badge is. 1 or 2 blocks and your team, the opposing team, is going cold. So from what I've noticed so far, it's been good since the beginning. 3 patches later, it's still a great badge to equip. And people ask, well, what level do you equip the Heart Crusher badge? And I gotta say, the highest level is what I experienced the best results for the Heart Crusher badge. So if you can get this badge at Hall of Fame, then please do so. I can't see you going wrong with silver, but you just need to have more defensive plays out there for it to be super effective on silver, because on Hall of Fame you need about 2 or 3 plays. So I could only imagine on silver what that's gonna give you out there. Interceptor. The reason why I have interceptor on silver, if you have a long wingspan out there, you may want to consider the interceptor badge. Shorter wingspans should not really consider the interceptor badge. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but for longer wingspan it works great, especially on my center build. My center build, I always have to deal with alley-oops, and interceptor helps me snatch those alley-oops right out the air. So that's one of the great things about the interceptor badge. Now Intimidator. You guys see Intimidator on bronze. This is my badge setup that I feel most comfortable with, and it depends on the game mode that I'm running and the type of teams that I'm running up against and how I readjust these badges. But currently Intimidator is on bronze, and this is my park setup right here. And I have Intimidator on bronze, unfortunately, because I haven't been seeing the best results with Intimidator at a higher level. Although you will get some stops here and there, is it worth your badge points? Will you be more effective by having Interceptor out there? Will you be more effective by having Clamps out there? So Intimidator, from my opinion, hasn't proved to be that great a badge this year, and I think it's really dependent on your type of build. If I have a 7-footer out there with a good amount of defensive badges, I would have Intimidator on because of my slow lateral quickness. I need all the help I can get. But on my 6'8" glass finisher, I have a high amount of speed, high amount of vertical. I can get in position a lot quicker, which means I can drop Intimidator a little bit more, like put it at a lower level, so that way I don't have to solely base my concerns around intimidating the opponent driving to the basket. So that's why I got it at a low level. Lightning Reflex is still a badge that I haven't fully tested out this year. I'm hearing great things about the Lightning Reflexes and how it's increasing your responsiveness as a defender. But you guys let me know if you have Lightning Reflexes on, because I'm going to be testing this badge out on live stream very soon, so we can do a video on the Lightning Reflexes badge. I've always liked the idea of Lightning Reflexes. Last year it worked on some players and didn't work on others. So I don't know if that's the case this year, but you guys let me know in the comment section below. Moving Truck is more so for heavier players. We had Moving Truck. We did a video on like interior defense and the post move lockdown badge, and I equipped Moving Truck with the post move lockdown badge, and it was a good combo. But I think post move lockdown is where the badge is at. That gives you the most like effectiveness for interior defense. Moving Truck seems like a little suspect, I like to say. You guys again let me know in the comment section. It just seems a little suspect, but I'm also a super lightweight player. If you're a heavier player out there and you're using Moving Truck, please let me know how it's working out for you. Off-ball pests. At the 5, I don't see the necessity for off-ball pests. So if you're a center out there or a power forward running 5 or the 3 in park, it may be a little beneficial running the 3 because you could be playing sides and there could be somebody cutting backdoor. Off-ball pests will help you stay attached to your opponent. Off-ball pest also helps with the slippery off-ball animations, so you're not getting juked around when somebody's like activating those slippery off-ball jukes. That's what's great about off-ball pest. It creates a bigger hitbox. So when your opponent is trying to run past you or cut the back door or move along the perimeter, taking like wraparounds, the ball hand, like when they wrap around the ball handler, you're able to stay a lot closer with the off-ball pest badge. So that's one of the reasons why I like it. And I think it's better suited for perimeter defenders. And I'm not saying like a perimeter lockdown. I just mean to say someone who's guarding the perimeter. You may want to consider the off-ball pest badge. Pick Dodger is the best option you have out there. Pick Dodger is a great badge to equip, considering that these screens are hitting hard body out there. So Pick Dodger is really your only option. If you're gonna equip it, you might as well equip it at the highest level if you have the opportunity to do so. I have it on like silver on my sharpshooting facilitator, but I may equip it even higher when I get more badges on my sharp facilitator. Pickpocket, we did notice some differences with the pickpocket badge. If you're a lockdown defender, I know this goes without saying, you're going to have the pickpocket badge, but most people don't really have these like lockdowns out there, so they're trying to figure out, should I equip pickpocket or not? Like, is it that good a badge? I say go out there and try it. We've seen it in action, and we see that you do get a bit more on-ball steals with the pickpocket badge, so you may want to consider it. Pogo stick, one of my favorite badges. Man, pogo stick, I've never seen so many snatch blocks than I have this year. I got so many highlights with snatch blocks due to the pogo stick badge, and it's just not pogo stick by itself, but it's the combination of like your chase down, your rim protector, your intimidator, all of those put together just like really highlight the pogo stick badge and allow you to get them snatch blocks that otherwise you wouldn't even get. Because when you come down off a mistimed jump, it's going to be hard for you to recover without the pogo stick badge. So I equip it at Hall of Fame and I love it, and I wouldn't take it off. Post move lockdown, you going up against a one-on-one, you out there playing rush against a post scorer. Post move lockdown is going to be your best bet to guard somebody in the post. Hands down, point blank, period. I just made a video about this. So we got to see somebody like performing post moves on me, and the differences between not having the badge equipped and equipping the post move lockdown. We showcased those differences, and post move lockdown was highlighted to make some huge adjustments and increase your interior defense out there. Rebound chaser goes without saying. It was one of my first defensive badges that I put up at the highest level. Rebound chaser, I love the Hall of Fame rebound chaser. You get some great animations using Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and I think is more so suited for a build like mine, a 6'8" glass cleaning finisher. But you guys let me know if you're a bigger build, how rebound chaser is working out for you. Rim protector, I recommend this badge for all builds across the board. It just depends what level you put it on. Like if you're let's say if you're a guard out there, I'd put it on bronze. But if you're a center out there, Hall of Fame, leave it alone. Don't look back. Just leave it where it needs to be. Rim protector on Hall of Fame works great for me. I love my interior defense. That's one thing that really shines on the glass finisher build. Interior defense, you're getting snatch blocks, always getting contests. You have a high amount of speed, good amount of vertical, and you're just out there going crazy with interior defense. I put rim protector at Hall of Fame and I leave it alone. Tireless defender. This is a badge that I think is more so suited again for perimeter defenders, people that are running around the perimeter, getting hit with those brick walls, their energy gets drained. Tireless defender will prevent you from losing stamina at the same rate as a normal player without the badge. So tireless defender is probably better suited for those perimeter players out there that are running around and getting hit by brick walls. So you may want to consider that when you're out there and you see that you're drained, especially if you're the ball handler in transition on offense. If you're getting hit with brick walls out there, getting your energy drained, and you somehow get a turnover, you're gonna start your offense with a low amount of stamina. So any help with that would be great, and that's where tireless defender will shine for you. The trapper badge, unfortunately I haven't tested this badge out just yet. I haven't really seen it in action either against the opponents that we play against. But if you're out there and you're using trapper, I understand how it works, which I'll just express for those who don't know the trapper badge. I think it's best suited for two defenders that trap somebody or trap a ball handler. So if this is their double team, trapper badge will shine. It'll probably force a turnover, the ball to come loose, or force like a jump ball animation. So that's what's great about trapper. Worm, I have seen in action. Now you guys see I got box on silver. I had to increase Worm. We was playing against the homie SP in the park, and I know he had Worm equipped on Hall of Fame. Due to my lightweight, he was worming me out the way. Now the counter for the Worm badge is the box badge, so I was forced to increase my box badge because we had multiple games that we played against him. I had to increase my box badge and kind of, sacrifice some other badges to get box up and go up against the Worm badge. So if you guys are wondering if Worm is effective, I think it has a lot to do with your strength, because I can't equip it and Worm bigger defenders out the way. I would have to I think it is accompanied with strength. Your strength is high, you're like a max weight type of build. You equip Worm, you're gonna get some great Worm animations, as opposed to last year where Worm, the animation was so long-winded. I think they made some adjustments and the adjustments seem to work out well. Just like when I have my glass cleaning takeover, I get great Worm animations. That's what'll happen for you if you like a heavier weight and you equip the Worm badge. So I've seen some great animations. I've seen some good use of the Worm badge this year, and I'm happy to say that it has been adjusted and works better in your favor in NBA 2K21. So those are my thoughts on the defensive badges for NBA 2K21. If you guys have any thoughts, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm sure I would love to hear from you, and I'm sure there's a ton of other people that would love to read your comment as well on your experience with these defensive badges. If you guys found this video helpful and or informative, please consider hitting that like button, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K21 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video.